Welcome back to EpeStudios. Thank you very much for being here with me. In our last class, we completed this whole part. And then we joined our yarn here under one of the armpits. And then we started completing 4 rows of the blue yarn. We are at that point and we're going to start making the motifs. So today you're going to learn how to join the purple yarn and make this motif. If you need markers, please use your markers. You're going to need scissors. And I started with the 4.5 crochet hook to complete these 4 rounds. And now I'm going to change from a 4.5 to a 4. Why is that? Because I want my fabric to start cinching in. So if you can see this, I completed my 4 rounds. And if you can see how it has cinched in. And that's what I want to be a little bit tighter right under my bust so it can start taking shape. Changing crochet hooks from a large to a smaller size helps you to shape garments. Okay, let's continue. We are completing the last row, which is row 4, and all we are doing is single crochet. You're going to join your yarn, and instead of picking up the blue yarn, you're going to drop it and you're going to bring your purple yarn. So here we are. Purple yarn, leave a little bit of a tail about 2 inches. And we're going to join the 2 yarns together. Okay? And then we're going to drop it. So you're going to join them together. You're going to pass it through. This is completing a slip stitch from the previous round. Now we're going to do chain 1 with both of the yarns. Okay? What does this do? This just helps me bring the yarn up. And there, we're going to leave it like that. We're going to drop the blue yarn and we're going to pick up the tail of the purple yarn and we're going to hide it as we go. Okay. Okay, now you're going to chain 1 to, we already chained 1 here, and we're going to do single crochets. You can pull the blue yarn a little bit more. Another single crochet, so we did 2 single crochets. Now we're going to start to do our motif. This right here. This is very simple. It's basically a double crochet. So you're going to grab some yarn and you're going to grab double crochet 2 rows below. You're going to pass 1 stitch and then 2 rows below you're going to do a double crochet, and don't make it tight. You want to give it a little bit of room space right there and complete your double crochet, and there you are. Now you're going to, you left 1 space in the back. Now the next space you're going to do 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets. Now you're going to do another double crochet. Grab some yarn, and on the same double crochet that you completed there, you're going to go back. You're going to pass your hook through there, grab some yarn, and complete your double crochet. Then you're going to do a single crochet on the next chain space. You see that? This is not too tight. This is not too tight. If you leave it too tight, then this is going to start sinking in, and you don't want that. Okay? So we will continue to do this. So we did 1 chain. Now we're going to do another single crochet on the next chain space. So you're going to end up with 1 motif and 2 chain spaces in between each motif. Again, we're going to do pass 1 space, chain space on the bottom, and then you're going to do a double crochet. There you go. Then you're going to do single crochet, single crochet. Now grab some yarn and go back to the same space as the other double crochet and do a double crochet. You see that? Now you're going to leave one space, and then on the next space you're going to single crochet, single crochet. Okay, let's do the next motif together. Leave one chain space, go down to 2 and make your double crochet. Then you're going to double crochet, 2 double crochets in between. Now we're going to do a double crochet coming back to the first double crochet and completing that double crochet. Now we're going to do one single crochet and another single crochet. You're going to continue to do this all the way around your garment, and I will see you at the end here. Okay, we have reached the end of our row. Have 2 stitches, 2 single crochets. Now I'm going to do my last motif. And right before we join the row, we're going to do our double crochet. And now we can join our row. With a slip stitch. And this is how your motifs look. Excellent, you're halfway there. And look how beautiful it's starting to look, to take shape. Now we're going to do one row, one round of your purple. Then you're going to switch to your blue. You're going to do 2 rounds. Then we'll switch to the purple and we'll do 2 rounds. Then we'll switch back to the blue and do 3 rounds. We're going to do 4 rounds with the blue, and then we're going to do the motif again. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's start our round of purple, and that's why we are not cutting our yarn, because we don't want to be having a bunch of strings. Okay, again, we are going to go up with 1 chain, and you're going to do single crochets all the way across. And I will meet you at the end of the round, and you're going to just keep working this way for this round. Okay, I will meet you when you're back at the beginning of the round. We have come to the end of our purple row, purple round, and let's do a slip stitch and join the row, and we're going to do it with both yarns, with purple and blue. Okay, you're going to drop the purple and you're going to pick up your blue. You're going to do chain 1, just tidy it up a little bit on the back. Now you're going to start doing single crochet all the way around for, how many rounds did we say? Let's go back if we cannot remember. So we're right here. We finished these 2 purple ones. Now we're going to do this, we finished these 2 purple ones here. Now we're going to do the 2 blue and then 2 purple. So I will meet you at the end of the 2 purple. So you're gonna end up doing 4 rows, 2 blue, 2 purple, and I will meet you at the end of the purple ones. Then we're going to do 4 blue. Then I will meet you there. We have completed 2 rounds of the blue. We're ready to slip stitch, and we're going to do it grabbing the two yarns. And you want to drop the blue yarn and keep going with the purple. Let's do chain 1 with the 2 yarns before we drop it. Now drop the blue yarn and tighten the blue. Here we go. Complete 2 rounds with the purple, and we are going to single crochet for 2 rounds, and then we're going to change to the blue yarn. So let me show you why I bring the yarns up with me, because I don't want a huge long string of yarn. If I don't carry it the way I'm carrying it right now, this string will be like all the way to here. So these are called floats. So these 2 floats will get too long and it will show too much. So I like to carry them. This is just my preference, but you can do it however you feel more comfortable with. Okay, so let's complete 2 rows of this purple, and then we're going to switch it to the blue, and you're going to complete 3 rows with the blue. And then I will meet you at the end of 5 rows, 2 purple and 3 blue. We were here, we finished the last round with blue. We cut almost all our leftover yarns. If you see, I have only the blue. I just have to snip it there. I'm going to hide this a little bit more and then cut it. But I want you to see, look at the finished product. You only see maybe 1 strand of yarn, but it is invisible to the eye. Only us, the ones that make the garments, can tell where the seam is. But look at the seam. It's almost invisible. Here, I'm just going to hide that. And look, it is beautiful. I hide the yarn here. I just have to cut that little piece. Okay, we're going to do our second motif. We changed to the size 4.5 crochet hook. We lifted 3 chains plus 1, and we're going to crisscross. Okay, 1, 2. On the second one, you're going to do a double crochet. Then you do another double crochet, coming back to the stitch that you skipped. And that's all we're doing all around this round. The next one, skip 1, and the next one you do a double crochet. Again. So this is a crisscross stitch, and it looks like this. Let's put it against something where you can see it. See that? We're just crisscrossing it. We're going to do this round with this motif, crisscross double crochet. It creates almost like an X. It's going to be a little bit more flexible because we're using a larger hook. Okay, excuse the noise from the construction and the noise from the puppy. So go ahead and keep doing this all the way to the end, and I will meet you there. Okay, we are done with our round. We have the last motif to do, so we're going to last 2 stitches. If you have more than 2 stitches left, like 3, do not worry about it. Just use those 3 stitches to finish it. Now you're going to join on the last chain, and you are done, completely done with this round. And this is what it looks like. You see? And let me show it to you. The complete garment looks like this. Look how beautiful. Let me see if I can make it larger. Look, you see this? It's starting to open So we're gonna have this pretty cinched taper in, and that's what we want. And then we're starting to open just by exchanging from a smaller hook to a larger hook. So you can use this technique to create many garments and giving them shape. Okay, from now on, you're going to repeat this motif for whatever length that you need it. If you want a crop, finish it at crop. I believe crop is about 9 or 10 inches. I will put the dimensions in the video. This is for my daughter. It's a size small, so we're gonna make it crop. This is the crop version. I will do for her right now. We're going to do a single crochet all around, 1 row, and then 2 rows. Then you're going to repeat the motif. Then you're going to finish with 2 rows of single crochet. And then, if I have enough yarn, I thought I was gonna have enough yarn, but look, this is my leftover. So if I don't have enough yarn to do the motif for her, this is very pretty, by the way, very pretty, and it's not difficult to make. I will leave hers without the edging, this beautiful edging. Okay, so let's complete. Finishing 2 rounds of single crochet, joining with slip stitch. Now we're going to chain 3, and we're going to create the same motif that we created here one more time. And we're going to crisscross it. I decided to do it in white so you could see better. So you're going to keep doing this all the way till the end, and I will see you at the end. And this is how it looks. See how it's a little bit harder to see the blue, and I was told that it's hard to see, so I'm hoping that this helps. Okay, I will see you at the end of this row. We have finished our motif round. We're finishing the last motif. Then we're going to join with a slip stitch, chain 1, and you're going to do, in this last round of single crochets, you're going to do single crochet all the way around. And because this is a small size and is going to be crop, because it's for my daughter, we are going to start doing the edge stitch. The motif also a beautiful edging, so let me show it to you, and we will continue with that round. Once we finish this one, we'll continue with that one. So here's the edge stitch. See how pretty it is? Simple to make. So we will do that once we finish this last round. I will see you there. Okay, we have finished our round, and we are going to set up the row for our beautiful edge stitch. Okay, so the first row is where the petal will be holding on to. So you're going to do a single crochet, 6 chains, single crochet, 6 chains all the way around. So this chain counts as a single crochet. Now we're gonna do 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the bottom stitches, and then you're going to put it there. Okay, you're going to single crochet, same thing. This is a size small. I think this is a little bit too open. I think let's leave it at 5 chains. Let's take one off and then secure it on the 5th chain below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I feel better with the spacing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, continue doing this all the way around the garment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will meet you at the end. So you have already created those 4 spaces, okay? Okay, we have completed all our spaces. Last 5 chains, single crochet, and we're going to join that single crochet to our first space that we created with a slip stitch, and you're going to end up with spaces like this all around your garment. Okay, you know, it doesn't matter how many spaces I have, because whatever size you have, you're going to end up with whatever amount of spaces. Okay, now we're going to start creating the motif. It's this beautiful like type of flower or petal. I call it a petal. So it's composed of 3 sets of 3 double crochets in a picot. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. We're going to be working in the center chain of our space. So we have 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're going to do it directly from here. You're going to insert your hook in the middle chain, and you're going to work a double crochet without finishing it. Okay, another one in the same space without finishing. That's 2, and another one. There's 3. Now you complete it. You're going to end up with this type of it's not popcorn. It's 3 double crochets together, finished together. Then you're going to chain 3. And now in this same chain 3, you're going to, in the same space, we're going to be working in the same space. You're going to start working another set of 3 without completing it, without finishing it. Okay, that's 1. That's 2. Another one. That's 3. Now we finish it. Now here you're going to chain 3 to do the picot, and then you're going to go under all those 3 little pieces of yarn, and then you're going to slip stitch, and then there's your picot. Now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to do another set of 3 3 double crochets without finishing. And then once you have all 3 together, you finish them all at once. And here, you're going to attach your petal on that single crochet. You're going to end up with this type of petal. Can you see it? Okay. Let's go ahead and do one more together, and then you will go ahead and go all the way around and do this in the space. Okay, the 3rd chain right in the middle. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to do 3 double crochets, and you're going to close them together. Then you're going to chain 3. Then you're going to do another 3 double crochets. Close them together. Now we have 2. Now in the center, when you finish that, you're going to chain 3 to do the picot, and come here right at the center and put your hook in there, and you're going to slip stitch to end up with a picot. Then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to finish your last group of 3 double crochets, 2, 1 more, and there we go. And then you're going to join it in that single crochet from the row below. Come on. My hook might be a little bit too big for, there we go. And you're going to do single crochet. There you go. And there you go. You have 3 motifs. You have your picots right there. Okay, so continue doing this all the way around, and I will meet you here. Okay, yay! We have finished our garment's edging. So we are very, very close to completing this garment. I'm just finishing the last petal here. So did you see that it wasn't that difficult at all? So you know, today I wanted to go work all of this outside because it was like, I think it's like 85 degrees or maybe hotter in the Chicagoland area. But we have huge smoke, like clouds of smoke, and it's hard to breathe because of the fires in Canada, and all that smoke is coming this way. Okay, here we go. We're at the last. We're gonna join that single crochet at the bottom. Oh, come on. There we go. And there we have completed the bottom, the whole body of our top, and this is what we have. Let me zoom out here. Look how beautiful this edging turned out. I have to cut the leftover yarn. So look how pretty it is. Let me. Our small Clematis top is completed almost. Here is our boat neck. Here is one sleeve. And here's the beautiful ribbing. Look how pretty it is. Look how floaty, how loose it is. It is so pretty. This is gorgeous. You should be very proud of yourself for completing this. It is beautiful. Okay, we are moving on to here. I'm so excited. Very, very excited. Very happy with the way it turned out. Of course, it's not, you know, the same color, but it's quite an array because this is the only way you know how the yarn itself performs is by using it, is by making different shapes, and look how gorgeous. It's just a gorgeous stitch. I would recommend you to use it in many other items. So let's go ahead, let's keep going. We are a hair away from finishing up. Okay, we're moving on to the sleeve. You're gonna come to under your armhole, and doesn't matter what sleeve you choose, and you're going to start with your size 4 crochet hook, 4 millimeters. Okay, you're going to position yourself in the center and leave a little bit of a tail. A good 2 inches is fine, and you're going to do 1 single crochet, and we're going to start the pattern. It's exactly the same stitch that it is on the upper body. Okay, and you want to grab your tail and hide it as you go. This way you don't have, at the end of your project, you don't have a lot of ends to weave in. Okay, we're going to do single crochet right there, and don't do it tight. Then half double, single, half double, single, half double, single. Let me bring it a little bit closer. Exactly there. So we did single there. We're gonna do half double, single, half double, single, half double, single, half double, single, and half double. Continue on this way until you get back to where we started. If you need to put a stitch marker to know where you have begun, please go ahead and do that. It's right there. Let's go ahead to continue. Single, half double, all the way around. Okay, we have completed our round, and here where your marker is, you're going to join it with a slip stitch. Okay, what you want to make sure before you start all the other rounds, you want to make sure that you don't see a lot of spaces in between. Okay, you want to make sure that you have picked up stitches properly and that you don't leave holes. Okay, you want to make sure that you have the count of how many stitches you have on this sleeve, because you have to have the same amount of stitches for this sleeve for the other one. Okay, so make sure you count them and you have exactly the same. From here on, let me show you where we are. This is our small size sleeve, and here we have our large size sleeve. So we have about 4 inches difference. Okay, it's going to taper in. So if you notice, we're making exactly the same stitch for the upper part than for the sleeve. But because we're using a smaller crochet hook, it becomes different. Look how pretty it is. It's very pretty. So it creates a very nice type of ribbon on the edge. So that's what we're trying to accomplish. So for the large size, I did 2, 4, 6 rounds around my sleeve. For the small size, because it's for my daughter, I will want to have her try it on and see if 4, I'm going to start with 4, try it on, and if that's good enough for her, I will leave it at that. If it's not, I'll go ahead and do 6 or whatever more she wants. So this is what we look like now. Beautiful. And look at how beautiful the bottom is. And like I said before, we're going to do more of a crop top with a small size, just because she's petite and girls nowadays are wearing a lot of crop tops. Okay, so let's go ahead and do 4 rows on the sleeve, and I will meet you there. Remember that you're going to continue the pattern of the 4 rows exactly the same way as the upper body. The chain 1 to go up, and our first was, we have half double. So you're going to do single crochet. You're going to do the next one half double, and the next one single, half double, then single, half double, and so on. Whatever you finish at, you can't see it. It's hard to tell, but if you know your sequence, you'll be able to know. Go ahead and finish 4 rows or 6 rows for you if you're doing the large size. Hi, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me, and look at the beautiful project that we created together. I'm very thankful to all of you, to everybody that watches my videos and that supports my channel. I really appreciate it. Can you please keep supporting my channel? Keep watching. There will be many more surprises coming your way. I'm very excited to finish this beautiful crop top version of the large size. Look how beautiful it looks. And thank you for staying with me because I did run out of yarn. If you can tell, I also wanted to show you the stitch because my friend Laura commented that in the video, the blue color is hard to see. So I used the white yarn. It's exactly the same yarn. It's Lion Brand 24/7 DK, and look how beautiful it looks. It looks even better on my daughter. She's an extra small. So this came out pretty beautiful. So on the top, we have 21 inches across your chest. And we have all the way from the top to bottom, we have 14 inches. That is the crop top. It sits right on her above her belly button. That's where she wanted it. And I say one more time, thank you very much for joining me each Sunday of every month. And next Sunday, we will start a new project. So please join me, stay with me. Many blessings to you. God bless you. See you soon. Take care.